Look at this lemon. What color is it? Yellow. Obviously, you answered in half a second. No thinking needed. But here's something strange. The yellow you're seeing right now, it doesn't exist. Not on this screen, not physically. Your display cannot produce yellow light. It's impossible. Only red, green, and blue come out of these pixels. So, what exactly are you looking at? Your brain is showing you a color that isn't there. And it does this every single day. Every photo, every video, every yellow emoji, all fake, all invented inside your skull. It gets weirder. That lemon in real life, it actually reflects yellow light. But you experience both the same way. Real yellow and fake yellow look identical to you. Your eyes cannot tell the difference. Why? How is your brain so easily fooled? And if screens have been lying to you your whole life, what else might you be wrong about? Today, we're going to break apart something you thought was simple: color. By the end, you'll understand why yellow is the greatest illusion you never noticed. If you enjoy having your mind bent in new directions, subscribe and hit the bell. Your support helps us make more deep dives like this. Drop a like if you're ready to question everything. Now let's begin. You believe yellow is simple. A banana is yellow. A lemon is yellow. The sun looks yellow. You see it, you name it, you move on. No thinking required. This feels like basic truth. We say the lemon is yellow, as if yellow lives inside the fruit, as if your eyes just read what's already there. But here's the problem. You've never once asked what yellow actually means. You learned the word before you understood how seeing works. The label came first. The understanding never followed. Consider this. A lemon reflects light. Your screen also shows yellow, but your screen creates no yellow light at all. Zero. It only makes red, green, and blue. Yet both look the same to you. If yellow were a simple property sitting in objects, this would be impossible. At two completely different physical events producing identical experiences means your confidence is misplaced. The word yellow points to something happening inside your head, not something existing out there. This assumption must break before anything else makes sense. Your eyes contain only 3 types of color sensors. They are called cones. One responds best to red light, another to green, the third to blue. That's it. 3 detectors for millions of colors. Yellow light has a wavelength that sits between red and green. When it enters your eye, both the red cone and green cone activate partially. Your brain notices this pattern and decides, yellow. But here's the trick. Your brain doesn't measure wavelengths. It only reads cone signals. If something activates red and green cones together, your brain says yellow. But it doesn't check what caused the activation. This is why screens work. They send red and green light simultaneously. Your cones respond the same way. Your brain gives the same answer, yellow. Evolution built this system for speed, not accuracy. Knowing ripe fruit mattered more than knowing exact wavelengths. So we got shortcuts instead of precision. 2 people agreeing something looks yellow proves nothing about physics. It only proves their shortcuts match. Physics doesn't care about yellow. It measures wavelengths, numbers. Yellow light sits around 580 nanometers. That's just a position on the electromagnetic spectrum. No color attached. A machine detecting light doesn't experience anything. It counts photons, records frequencies. The number 580 means nothing beyond measurement. Yellow is what humans add. When we say something is yellow, we're actually describing a ratio. How much did red cones fire compared to green cones? What pattern emerged? The brain runs this calculation and outputs a label. This feels unsatisfying. We want yellow to be real, solid, out there. But the operational truth is simpler and colder. Wavelength exists. Yellow doesn't, not physically. Once you accept this, certain questions disappear. What is the real yellow? Wrong question. Is my yellow same as yours? Unanswerable. These puzzles dissolve because they assume something false. We lose comfort but gain clarity. Color is a translation. And translations always happen inside the translator. Think of your cones as 3 voters. Each voter responds to light differently. When light arrives, all 3 vote based on how strongly they feel it. The brain counts the votes and announces a winner. Yellow happens when red voter and green voter raise their hands equally. The brain sees this tie and declares yellow. It doesn't know what caused the vote. It only reads results. This model explains everything. Real yellow light makes both voters respond. Fake yellow from screens does the same. Different causes, identical votes, same outcome. Paint mixing confuses people because it works backwards. Paint absorbs light. Screens add light. The voting logic stays constant, but the inputs change. This model scales. Cameras use 3 sensors mimicking cones. Printers use inks that manipulate which wavelengths survive. Every color technology exploits the same voting system. The analogy fails at edges. Cones overlap messily. Votes aren't binary, but the core structure holds. Perception counts votes, not photons. Your screen is lying to you right now. Every yellow you see on it is manufactured from red and green pixels. No yellow wavelength exists. Your brain simply doesn't know the difference. This isn't a flaw, it's a feature. Engineers discovered that fooling 3 cone types is cheap. Producing actual spectral colors is expensive. So screens exploit your biology. Look closely at any display. You'll find tiny red, green, and blue dots. Nothing else. Every sunset, every golden dress, every lemon photograph is built from these 3 ingredients. Yet you never noticed. You've watched thousands of hours of fake yellow without suspicion. Your visual system accepts the forgery completely. This shouldn't feel like deception. Your brain was never designed to detect spectral truth. It was designed to categorize quickly. Screens simply speak the same shorthand your cones understand. The yellow remains consistent in your experience. Physics underneath tells a different story. Both are true simultaneously. Seeing feels like contact. Light arrives, you experience color. Done. It seems direct, transparent, like a window to reality. But information gets destroyed along the way. Millions of wavelengths enter your eye. Only 3 signals exit your cones. The compression is extreme and permanent. You cannot work backwards. Given the experience of yellow, you cannot determine what caused it. Was it 580 nanometer light? Red plus green pixels? Something else entirely? The answer is lost forever. This is why perception runs one direction only. Many physical inputs collapse into one experience. The return path doesn't exist. Memory makes this worse. You remember yellow, not wavelengths. Each recall reinforces the label, not the source. The original physics fades while the category strengthens. To bypass this collapse, you would need different biology. More cone types, different wiring. Humans simply lack the hardware for spectral recovery. One cause becomes one experience. Many causes become that same experience. That's the trap. Human color vision feels standard, normal, like the correct way to see. But this is an accident of biology, not a law of nature. Some humans have 2 cone types instead of 3. Their yellow doesn't exist. Other rare humans have 4 cone types. They see distinctions invisible to you. Animals rewrite the rules entirely. Bees see ultraviolet. Snakes detect infrared. Mantis shrimp have 16 receptor types. Each species slices the spectrum differently. Which one sees true colors? None. All. The question assumes a master reference that doesn't exist. The electromagnetic spectrum doesn't come pre-labeled. Wavelengths are continuous. Boundaries between colors are human inventions. Other creatures draw boundaries elsewhere or nowhere. What remains constant? Only physics. Wavelengths exist independently. Everything else is interpretation layered on top. Your color categories feel universal because everyone around you shares similar cones. Agreement creates the illusion of objectivity. Step outside humanity and the illusion breaks. Yellow felt simple before. Now it doesn't. That discomfort is not failure. It's evidence that something shifted. You started believing color lived in objects. That assumption collapsed. You thought seeing meant receiving truth. That collapsed too. You assumed your experience matched physical reality. Gone. What replaced these beliefs? A mechanical picture. Cones voting, brains compressing, labels emerging from patterns, not from contact with the world. Language will never fix this gap. Words like yellow point to experiences, not wavelengths. The bridge between physics and feeling cannot be built with vocabulary. Understanding perception happens in layers. First layer feels obvious. Second layer feels confusing. Third layer feels uncomfortable. You're somewhere between 2 and 3 now. Certainty about color means you haven't looked closely. Confusion means you have. The questions that remain unanswered aren't flaws in your thinking. They're accurate reflections of how strange perception actually is. You didn't learn what yellow is. You learned why that question breaks.